Hey guys, so good to see you, April and Lindsay. I am pumped to have you guys on to be interviewing you guys today. It's good to see you.
Hey, good to see
Hi,
you.
good to see you.
Hey, so a couple things. For people who don't know, you guys have had some crazy, ridiculous, amazing growth. Your pre-book has jumped through the roof. You've had guest counts that have just gone bananas. You've had some crazy things. And I wanted to take just a few minutes to share like what have been some of the incredible things. But before we get into this crazy growth you guys have had, can you let people know like, who are you guys? Where are you? Tell me a little bit about Platinum and Company, how long you've been around, stuff like that. Can you do that for me?
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm Lindsay Lowe,
and I'm April Jacobs.
Yes.
and we are here in beautiful Manhattan, Kansas.
Beautiful.
So home of the Wildcats. Whoop, whoop.
Love it.
And we have we actually just moved into a new location.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. So we have 12 stylists on our team, and with a total of 17, including our
Guest experience.
Yep.
Yeah. Total team.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So you guys are out in Kansas. So, again, we've been working together for about how long now? Like it's been a year, a little over a year?
Yep.
Yeah, we're spot on for about a year. And you guys were you came into our program kind of early on, right? And when you first came in and hung out with us and decided like, yes, I'll hang out and hopefully learn something, like what was going on in your salon at that time that you said you wanted some additional support? Like where were you guys at? What was going on and what were you looking for?
We were just ready for that next step. Like everything was systemized. We had everything running well, but we just needed that boost to go to the next level.
Yeah. So I always say this, but like my wife always calls me an accelerant. She's like, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire that's already burning. Like sometimes people come and they're like, oh, my salon was about to close and I almost died. You guys were like, no, we were doing super good. And then you came and said, how do we make things even better, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, which is really good. I think,
yeah.
What's that?
You blew our minds in Vegas.
Yeah. We had to take it to the next level with Jason.
Yeah, I like how you said that. Well, good. I'm glad I could be mind-blowing for those things. So what was it that you guys saw that like you thought would impact your business? Like if I blew your mind in Vegas, which thank you for saying that, but like if I blew your mind in Vegas, what was it that you saw that was like the potential you were missing or the opportunity? Like what did you see that would be different for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that we just love the idea that you married both personal and professional growth.
Yeah.
We did, like April said, we had some great systems and we'd worked with some amazing companies before yours. And we knew how to steadily make things happen, but we really wanted to be on the forefront of things. And so when we saw you, we just had this great feeling that you guys were leading us down the right path and that we would get to meet some really cool people in the process, and we have, and we've just been able to implement some amazing things into our already cool salon company.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I love is you guys were already doing well and we just enhanced it and made it better. I mean, and I always tell people, get your foundation, understand your structure, know what's going on, like build out a real business. Like if you don't know how to run a business, it's kind of like pouring gasoline on a wet stick of matches. Like it just doesn't matter, you're like gasoline, nothing's happening. Like you guys were already on fire. And that's what I love about you guys is you guys are like massive implementers. So I want to know, what have been some of the things that you've grabbed from us and you've run with? Like what frameworks, what tools, what things have you like grabbed from us that you're like, okay, we grabbed this one, we implemented it and it was incredible. What tools have you implemented?
So one of our favorite things was the code of honor.
Yeah.
We loved that. Like just having, a clear set of standards for the whole team has been super helpful.
Right.
And then just, give themselves and our team another level of accountability has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've also loved like our new team huddles and meetings and
you guys said, so what you told me earlier, what did you say about your team huddles and meetings? Like you what were they like before? What were they like?
They were awful.
We didn't even want to be there.
Like, yeah, I think a lot of people, I think a lot of salon owners can relate, right? Is like they run a team meeting and they're like, this sucks for me. So if it sucks, how much does it suck for them, right?
Yes.
So give some people some tips. What have been some things you've done in your team meetings that have made them more incredible? Like what are some differences from like sucky team meeting to incredible? what have you borrowed from us that you're like, this makes it really good?
Well, first of all, starting off with a high energy, just, the music and getting everybody just excited
Yes.
as much as possible. And then letting them lead it pretty much, just asking the questions and listening and
Just being a facilitator
Mhm.
instead of a talking head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really big one, right? Is flipping that around. And have you guys been using the meeting formats and all those things that we've been giving you
the
guys?
meeting mapper. Oh yeah.
Meeting
That was
Mapper's
so
been really
cool.
good. Yeah, because we did that one back almost a year ago, right? We gave you the meeting
Yeah.
mapper when we were in Tahoe. And
Yep.
that's good. I'm glad all that stuff is in place. So that's just completely changed your meetings, yeah?
Yes.
Totally.
Cool. And how often are you guys doing your huddles? When you said those huddles have been really good too, how often are you doing huddles?
At the beginning of each shift. So we
Boom.
shift,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people panic. They're like, what? Meetings at the beginning of every shift. What would you tell somebody that is panicked, is like, I hate meetings. Why would I want to have more, especially at the beginning of each shift? What is having meetings at the beginning of each shift done for you guys?
It kind of just brings everybody together and gets you kind of focused for the day. And it's real simple and fast, but
Yeah, short, quick huddle, right?
But
Yeah,
it helps
that's huge.
our culture so much because, then they're able to support each other and celebrate each other's wins. And, it's been awesome.
Yeah, that's good. So that's incredible. And again, I think there's some good frameworks. Any other frameworks you would say you've really enjoyed implementing, you've seen? Because we're going to talk about results and we'll probably get framework in here too. But you guys have had some like crazy results with guest counts and these other things. So tell me, what's happened to your guest count in the last year? Because that's been super fun.
Yeah, it's grown a lot. A ton.
Good number.
So yeah, we went from about 650 guests a month to over 900.
Come on, that's awesome.
But the coolest part about that number is that we lost a couple stylists. They moved, different things happened, and we were still able to grow that much and serve.
And that's even with losing staff, you've grown your guest count, and a lot of that guest count is through referrals. And what have you done? So what other things have you implemented that you've gotten from the academy from us that has been really helpful for you to help grow guest count?
Yeah, I mean, just our
Social
knowledge and confidence with social media has
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah, because you guys now you guys are shooting. What are you doing now that you weren't doing before, like on social media? Because like I see you guys are doing a lot of Facebook Lives now, right? Like you did an awesome one the other day on some styling and some hair stuff. Like, what are you doing that's different in your mind that you're like, I would have never done that before, but now you are, and why?
just talking about more of what we're doing and doing it more frequently. Everybody in our team is involved. Everybody has a live video.
We have a little schedule so that, nobody feels left out or like they're doing it all the time, just, and then everybody has their own creative freedom with it, so they get to showcase their talents and abilities, and kind of give people a window into who they are and seeing if they would feel like they're a good fit with them before they even walk through the doors of our salon.
Good. So yeah, you were saying, the confidence piece was a big part of that, right? Is that you now learned. What were the things that you learned that gave you more confidence?
I mean, just how to even position yourself in the camera.
That, and then just knowing that not thinking about that you're talking to thousands of people, thinking about talking to one person.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite tips is just like when you're on social media, you're talking to one person because that's the only person watching is that one. Quit saying, hey, everybody, good to see all of you. It's like, hey, good to see you today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching this video. Like it's such a different dynamic. And it also, I think it reduces the pressure on you.
Definitely.
Even if you have thousands of people watch, you're still only talking to one at a time. And everybody in the salon's really good at talking to one at a time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's super cool. So that's been huge. So 650 guests up to 900 guests. That's crazy. Even being down 3 stylists. Talk to me about your average ticket because that's changed a lot too. So what's your average ticket gone from and to?
Well, it was at 74 and now
it's at 68.
Or 68.
Yeah.
Yes.
68, yeah.
And now it's at 84.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy good. And so, okay, so what have you done? Did you just tell everybody you got to charge more, or you just like?
Nope, no price.
How did you ethically, morally, like, how did you get the average ticket up? Like, what kind of things did you do?
Well, I think that, we just started providing a better consultation. After one of the trainings that we went to, we realized what areas we could better serve our guests and how we could properly diagnose what's going on with their hair and what look they're going for, and just providing better service, and out of the deal that just naturally happens.
Yeah, so like just because you've improved that quality of experience, you're driving the average ticket up, not by just raising everybody's prices or forcing people to pay more. It's just I know it sounds crazy, giving people a better experience and getting more money. How awesome is that?
Yes, right. Yes, absolutely.
Cool. That's huge. That's huge. So consultation been good. Yeah. So that's been good. And again, that's in retail and on the hair side too. Like it's in both, right? Services and retail.
Yes.
Increasing. Yeah. Cool. What about pre-book? How's pre-book going for you guys? Because that wasn't necessarily a shining, glimmering amazing thing for you guys. But what was it? What is it?
So we were at like 36%, and now we're over the 50s pretty consistently.
That's huge. I mean, 30s not so good, but 50s is getting better, and I would imagine that's really helping. So what is that helping you to do now that you're in the 50s for pre-book? What is that helping you to see more and more?
Just more security in your
future for the stylists, creating a more consistent take-home pay for them.
Yeah.
And also for our guests, it's a win for them too, because they're able to reserve a time that works better for them and know that their look is going to always be fresh no matter what comes up in their life. They're ready for it. So
yeah, that's super cool. Glad to hear it. So and again, you guys have had this crazy growth. I mean, I think you had said, what's your growth year on year from last year to this year? Like, what's the difference?
About 40%.
It's crazy.
Over 40%. I would have.
And were you already growing? Were you already growing 40% every single year up to this point too, or like was this a spike jump?
We were growing consistently every year, but we were down stylists this past year and we grew 40%.
And still grew. Yeah, and that's what we're after, right? Is like, you're going to lose stylists at some point. We're going to replace them. And again, we just did this training last week on like, how do you guys go find some new staff? Hopefully that's helpful for you too, right? But I think that's huge. So, look, you guys are clearly a success story. As I've said to you guys, you guys are some of my favorite people in the whole program. Like, I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. You're fun. Who wouldn't like hanging out with you guys because you have the best smiles ever? But like it's good to talk about all these successes. But like before you started, was there any hesitation, any objections? What were you worried about? Because it's not free to just hang out. Like we got to, it's a paying relationship. But I give you value. You guys give us exchange. Like what were the resistance points that you guys had before you started? What were you worried about?
Well, it definitely was the price.
Totally.
We were like, oh, can we do this? Can we not? So I think.
But after the first destination training, we were like, oh my gosh.
Here's all of our money. Jason.
So worth it. We're in. We're so in.
Yeah, and, I think we try and over deliver on destination trainings. I mean, we initially said 2 and we did 3 last year. Now we do 3 consistently, and because we realized that like there's so much value in impacting you when you come to a destination training, and it's just really strong. So yeah, that's good. So again, price was probably the biggest objection. I mean, obviously we were friendly, but like price was a big thing, and I think for a lot of salons they are, because they just panic about spending money. But if you make it back, then that's a good investment, right?
It was also, you didn't know anything about it. You were new. And
yeah.
Kind of a gamble.
Well, I mean, I haven't been doing it for like 10 years, but yes, this program was
kidding.
I know. But so let me find out this. Like, who do you think should be in the program? Like, because I think we have a really good tight-knit group of people, right?
Definitely.
And like, we're really protected. We've 86 some people that we thought were not the right fit. Like, who do you want to see more of in the academy in your mind? Like, what's the perfect person you guys want to see in the academy?
People that aren't scared to grow. People that just want to keep improving. And even if they've reached what they thought they were dreaming of, they want more.
Yeah. So who's a bad fit? Who's a bad fit? Like, who do you want 86? Don't mention any names.
Drama llamas.
Yeah. Yep. Drama llamas, negative Nancy's.
Drama llamas, negative Nancy's out. Yeah. I just feel like the people in the academy, because it's its own energy in and of itself, and like we don't just let anybody in. You got to be the right fit. And I think to your point, drama llamas. I've never heard that. That's hilarious. Drama llamas and negative Nancy's got to go. So I think it's really cool. So April and Lindsay, like you guys are always so fun. I love having you guys on, and I'm just so grateful because this call in my mind is just celebrating the work that you've put in. you've rolled up your sleeves, you've got the stuff done, you've put in all this time and made it happen. Because, you know, some people just like, just so you know, we've had people who come in, like watched every training in our academy and they're like, yeah, I want to leave because I've watched everything in the first 30 days. And I'm like, well, then you missed everything.
Yeah.
It's not about did you see the training? It's about, did you incorporate it? Are you implementing it? And do you go to the trainings and do you meet the community and do you do all those things? I think you guys are probably one of the shining star examples of people who like learn and implement and do that. What would you say has been your secret to making sure you actually implement the stuff that you hear about? If you had to say, I know that was a surprise question, but like, what would you say if you had is there a secret to that?
Well, I mean, to tie into something else that you guys do, you know, we took Little Voice Mastery, and that was super helpful for us. And, you know, realizing, you know, how much accountability plays a factor into your life, you know, and then just being willing to call each other on things and be called on things, and, you know, just always making sure that we're making the next right move and doing the next right thing and having everyone's best interest in heart, I think.
And as soon as things get comfortable, we know it's time to do more.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good way. I love that about Little Voice Mastery. If you guys don't know, like Little Voice Mastery is our very heavy personal development part that's in complement and in concert to the High Performance Salon Academy. We do tons of personal development stuff in the academy, but Little Voice Mastery is kind of like the upgrade and enhanced program to make it even better. And I know you both went through it. And we almost, I don't know, 75, 80% of the people in our academy have been through it, because it's just a next level. It's like a level accelerated even beyond. And it just turns you, I think it turns people into better people, you know? Right? Like you meet somebody who's been through it and you're like, I get it.
Yes.
So that's
our
super cool.
partnership has never been stronger.
Yeah, super awesome. So if you guys are watching this video and you want to get more information on the High Performance Salon Academy and you want to join part of our family, do me a favor in the comment section below this video. Say thank you to April and Lindsay because they are friggin' rock stars. But do me a favor, if you want to find out how to become more involved with our family in the High Performance Salon Academy and like take on April and Lindsay as your new best friends / sisters, do me a favor and comment with the word family below, and we'll send you some information and we'll interview you and we'll see if you're a good fit, because we only want people in the program that are like April and Lindsay. You don't have to have the same color hair or anything, but you have the requirement you guys have. But just make sure that, you know, you got to be fun, you got to be willing to learn, and like they said, you got to be willing to stretch. Because my personal goal, and I think I've shared this with you guys a bunch, but like my personal goal is to make sure that everybody I work with, including the two of you, are just the absolute best you can ever be. And that just means that next year I want you to be even better. Next year I want you to be even better, because I'm on the same quest myself, and I want to take everybody who's in our program there. So you guys, this has been super fun, as I knew it would be. You guys are always fun, bubbly, smiley, friendly. I can't wait to see you at our next destination training, which is coming up in just a couple months. So I'm pumped to see you guys. And thank you so much for being a part of this. Anything you guys want to say in closing for anybody who's watching this and like watched it all the way to the end? Anything you guys want to say?
I got something for him.
Oh. I got something. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everyone at High Performance. We love you guys so much.
And we're so grateful for all of you. It's so amazing. But real quick.
This is what our team gave us for Christmas because they're so freaking cool.
I love it. Oh my God. That is my favorite thing. I am so happy you went out with that. Oh my gosh. That just made my day. You guys, thank you so much. As always, I look forward to seeing your success this next year, even more than this year. Cool, you guys?
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Bye, guys.
Bye.